Beautiful artistic designs. I mean, gosh, look at that. I have a very good relationship with my local coin shop. Really gorgeous Canadian proofs, but they're like the same price. Maybe pay $1, maybe $2 more than what I would for just a more common coin. Ahoy mateys, and welcome to Booty Girl Stacking, where together we'll unearth the real treasures of silver and gold. I want to start this video off by giving a little background. A few months ago, say about midsummer, I was really wanting to make new strides in my savings. I hate to admit it, but I've always been one of those people that sort of struggled to keep the money in my savings account. You know, I'd put it there and then something would come up, and with just a few clicks of a button, transfer it back over, and it would eventually kind of dwindle down again. And I just wanted to start something new, something that was going to incentivize me to save more. And that's kind of when I came across the stacking community. Growing up, I was always obsessed with treasure, hence the name Booty Girl Stacking. Pirates, buried treasure, booty, that sort of thing. I was just obsessed and I loved it. But I always sort of thought of that as a fantasy and not something real. I always loved treasure, but never realized until recently in my adulthood that I can actually have real treasure. I think part of the reason I was drawn to this, I didn't even know it at the time, was because there's something intrinsic about precious metals, whether that be silver or gold, that you just know in your bones when you're holding it in your hand, this is real money. I mean, compared to when you're holding a few dollars in your hand versus an ounce of silver, one definitely is real and one of them just, it feels more like paper. So I started realizing the value that we have in our money is really just put there by faith, because it's no longer backed by silver and gold like it used to be. And so I really just wanted to diversify my savings and start putting it into metals. It's recommended by most financial advisors that you put between 10 and 15% of your savings into precious metals, and that is for a reason. You kind of want to be your own bank. Now, if you get into the stacking community, a lot of us start saving a lot more than that percentage. You got to be a little careful with that. So today what I want to talk about is for the people that are just starting out. Let's say that you're like I was 6 months ago and you're asking, you know, hey, I'm interested in precious metals. I want to start investing in gold and silver, but where do I start? So let's get into that a little bit. The first thing I would tell you is that we've got a few different categories when it comes to silver and gold. You've got your sovereign coins, like your Britannias, your Austrian Philharmonics, Canadian maples, Australian kangaroos, and of course the American silver eagle, which is actually the first coin that I ever bought was an American silver eagle. Probably paid a little bit too high of a premium on this, but you know, live and learn. I was antsy, and at the end of the day, you're never going to regret having a few of these in your stack. So you've got sovereign coins, which are government minted coins, and they have a face value. Now, the face value of a coin is obviously going to be nowhere near the intrinsic value. For example, on this American silver eagle here, we've got the face value of $1. So if I wanted to spend this, and I don't advise that, if I wanted to spend this and go into a store and pay for less than what a candy bar costs now, but used to, you could buy a candy bar for $1. If I want to buy a candy bar with this, I could, but it's not advisable because the value of the silver is going to be, depending on spot price, like it's going to be closer to, right now, I think spot price is $30 an ounce. So that plus whatever the premium is. And let's not get caught up on terms right now. just the short answer of what a premium is it's just the cost of making the coin. So this silver dollar, the time that I bought it, I paid $37. Yes, kind of ouch, because now they're kind of selling a little lower, but at that point in the midsummer, that was what they were going for. The premiums were just kind of high. So those are sovereign coins. With the Britannia, you also have a face value. So this is also 1 ounce, 1 troy ounce silver, fine silver, 3/9 fine. And on the back, you'll see the face value is 2 pounds. Now, obviously, this Britannia is worth more than 2 pounds, but that is just the government minted face value. Okay, you're going to have the same thing going on with the maples and with the Philharmonics and the Australian kangaroo. Most recognizable silver coins in the world right there, those 5. So, moving on, our next category that we have is going to be generic silver. Now within these categories, you're going to have kind of some subcategories, okay? So within generic silver, you're going to have rounds and you're going to have bars. Now a round looks a lot like a coin, but it is not. With a round, you're just paying for the silver itself. You're not going to pay as high of a premium on these as you would the government minted silver coins, because these don't have any sort of face value and they are not backed by a government. So with a round, you're just paying for the silver plus a little bit of a premium compared to what you would with a government minted coin. So just to kind of give an example, like with the government minted coins, like I was telling you, the American Silver Eagle probably has one of the highest premiums of all of the coins, like the most recognizable coins, you know, $7, $8 premium. Libertads are going to be even more than that. But with a round, I paid like $3 over spot for this. So the spot price is the value of the actual silver. So I paid like $33 for this when the spot price was $30. But with that Silver Eagle, when the spot price was $30, I paid $37. So you're kind of seeing here where rounds might be a good investment choice compared to coins. You're going to get more silver for your money, plain and simple. So we got rounds. That is one category of generic silver. The next category of generic silver is going to be bars. I love me a chunky little bar. Now this is a 5 ounce Germania mint 4/9 fine silver bar. I freaking love these. I love the poured silver look. They're so beautiful. I also like that on the back of these they come with the little like holographic sticker for authentication, and these have a serial number, which is really good for anti-theft. So this is a 5 ounce silver bar. It cost me, at the time, I got a really good deal on this. The spot price was like $26. We hit that really big dip in the summertime, which was fantastic. So I literally bought this for $155 total for 5 ounces. So this is like the equivalent of 5 rounds in a bar. So I ended up paying, what's 155 divided by 5? Oh, you do the math. I ended up paying not very much over spot for this at all. It was pretty good. $26, $27 a spot, and I paid like a small premium. So that is one of the benefits of purchasing bars, is that you are going to, depending on what bar you're getting, you're going to save money. Now you want to be careful with bars because some bars do have higher numismatic value. For example, like with Inglehards or, you know, even some of the Scottsdale, they're not too bad. But some of these brands are going to have, ironically, a higher price over spot, like a higher dollar amount over spot. So you got to be real careful with bars that you're not wasting money on something that's, in my opinion, intended to save you money. Because if I'm buying a bar, I better get it cheaper than what I would get a coin. So anyway, that's just my opinion. Some people, they want to spend more, but you know, that's their prerogative. Okay, so Another bar I've got here that I really love is this Scottsdale stacker. I know, I committed the cardinal sin of buying just one stacker, but hey, you know, that's my budget for now. This is a 10-ounce silver bar, and another thing I like about this guy is that it also has a serial number. Well, that's just kind of, for some people, the serial numbers aren't a big deal when it comes to their bars. For me, I just kind of like having that added security. Okay. The next category that I think is often not talked about in videos like this is semi-numismatics. You know, you're going to see a lot of videos out here on YouTube talking about bars versus rounds, or rounds versus coins, or coins versus rounds versus bars. But I'm like, okay, but where's that semi-numismatic? So what do I mean by that when I say semi-numismatic? So you know how I was explaining that the sovereign coins they are minted by a government and they have a face value? Well, with the semi-numismatic coins, it is the same thing. They are real coins, but the difference in a semi-numismatic versus one of these more common government minted coins is the collector's value. A lot of times these are going to be more beautiful, artistic designs. I mean, gosh, look at that. I freaking love these. These are from the Canadian Royal Mint. It actually came inside of a red box. Now, usually I would advise against buying coins that come in like proof cases, because usually the premium, right? The premiums are too high. But I have a very good relationship with my local coin shop, and the guy in there, he has these gorgeous Canadian coins that, you know, and see, here's another thing I like about these. They have a higher face value. See, that's $20 for a 1-ounce coin instead of just one. Anyways, he'll sell these really gorgeous Canadian proofs, but they're honestly, they're like the same price as if I were to buy like an American Silver Eagle or a Britannia, something like that. I maybe pay $1, maybe $2 more than what I would for just a more common coin. But when it comes to these guys, I'll look them up and I'm like, whoa, these are selling for, you know, $5, $10 more on eBay than what I paid for it. So keep your eyes open. You know, that's part of the reason why it's good to form a good relationship with your local coin store, because you never know what treasures you're going to find in there. So this is one of those. Let me show another one that I really love. This one is my wife's favorite. I keep trying to get her to stack. She's like, you can do it. No, I'll just look at it. I'm like, come on. Anyways, look at that. It's gorgeous. I love the detail. You've got these horses. This is called Sleigh Ride. And it's got that face value of $20 as well, just like the other one. So yeah, so these are what I would consider to be semi-numismatic. And if you don't think those are semi-numismatic, I don't care. I think they are. They're proofs, but they're like, I don't know. They're semi-numismatic. Now this is probably more so what would come to your mind whenever I say semi-numismatic. The Perth Mint. This is the Year of the Monkey. And as you can see, it's got a face value of $1. It's from the Australian Perth Mint. I think this coin is just gorgeous. And that's another thing about my semi-numismatic coins is I keep these in capsules. They're, to me, more special, probably because the artwork is so intricate. I love these. So yeah, I just want to keep them not tarnished and like new. So I like to keep them in capsules. Those are a few different categories in silver that I think it's important to be knowledgeable about, especially if you're a first-time stacker. I hope this information was helpful to you guys. If you have any other topics you'd like to see me cover in future videos, please don't hesitate to let me know. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. I'm Booty Girl. See you guys in the next one.